everybody. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a lovely morning. So it is extremely early where I am right now. It's not even 6 in the morning, and it's kind of chilly outside, and it's going to get chillier. Moving into that time of year where it's the winter, and it's going to be snowing here real soon. It's going to be some snow on Thursday. I'm not set up for winter yet with my clothing. I need to go and do some winter clothes shopping, just get a few items that I'm lacking, and I'll be good to go for the rest of the winter. But I woke up this morning and I saw that Foodie did a live stream. So, y'all, as we all know, her cat Julia has not been fixed. She is unfixed. And because she's unfixed, she keeps going into heat. And Foodie has made all kinds of excuses why Julia hasn't gotten fixed, despite there being an enormous amount of time where it could have happened. It could have happened when she was in Thailand. Salah stayed behind. Julia could have been taken to the vet and gotten fixed in the time that Chantal was in Thailand. When Julia started going into heat, Chantal, they went somewhere. They got her a depot shot to keep her from going into heat for at least 6 months. So with just that period alone, Chantal had 6 months to get Julia fixed, to save up money if money needed to be saved up. She had half a year with that shot to get Julia fixed. It never happened. So Julia keeps going into heat. So how is Chantal handling that? How has she been handling that? Well, when she went through her last heat cycle, Chantal tried to cover it up by going to the gym and doing streams at the gym, just staying away from the apartment, just trying to cover it up that, oh, she's in heat and I don't want anyone to know. Well, Julia's in heat again. She's in full heat. And this time Chantal is not covering it up because everybody's on to what's going on. Everybody's aware that when Julia goes into heat, that Chantal will go to the gym or stay away from the apartment to keep people from finding out. Like, yeah, the game is up. The game is up, Chantal. It's up. We're aware. So now she's not even bothering to hide it. And she did a live stream 12 hours ago called My Cat is in Heat and is getting spayed soon. Problem is, Chantal has promised to get Julia spayed soon in the past. And when you think about Chantal's history with her pets, she doesn't have a good history of getting things done when they need to get done. Not even getting it done late. Doing it a little bit later. No, she just never gets things done. So Julie is in full heat. And I will pre-warn all of you on my channel about to watch this react, that in the live stream, you do hear evidence that Julia is in heat. You hear her yowling and growling, and she's in full-on, full-blown heat. So if that is something that will upset you too much, if that is something that will just make you too angry, if you don't want to watch this react, I understand. I'm watching it and I'm reacting to it because I've got a lot of thoughts. And I know that Chantal watches all the reaction channels. I'm fully aware of that. And I'm also fully aware of the fact that recently, she even went so far as to use the music that I use for my tarot reacts in her Halloween video. And for that, I say, there you go, Chantal. You know what? I'm feeling generous today. I'll give you 2 of them. Buy one, get one free. So, yeah. Not only does she watch the reaction channels, when it suits her, when she's in the mood, she'll actually borrow off of things they do or things they say or even music that they use for their intros. I've heard that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I'm not flattered. I don't think she did it to be flattering. I think she did it because she's lazy and she's just not doing her research on copyright free music, but I digress. So yeah, I have a message for Chantal. Are you listening, Chantal? Are you listening? Don't think that I and other people are not aware of what you're doing. We are fully aware of what you're doing. We are aware of the fact that we're into the 2 highest paying months of the year as far as the Google AdSense money. The RPM, which is what you get paid per 1,000 views, it goes up in November and December, and then it goes back down after the first of the year. So you're just trying any trick you could think of to get people outraged, to get those hate super chats, to get the views up, to get the memberships going. You're doing anything you could think of to poke at people. And you think that is the way to go to make money on YouTube. You're really trying to elicit that hate, aren't you? Not too long ago, you were saying some pretty awful things about Frenchie's mother. Chantal, that was a really stupid thing you did. And I'm sure you're losing sleep at night because you know the backlash from that is coming. That Frenchie's somebody that she thinks about what she does before she does it. She plays the long troll. I bet you're losing sleep over that because you know you went too far. But going back to you and what you're doing on YouTube right now, Booger, ma'am, the bed is not a scratching post. You have a scratching post. Booger, come here. She just had her breakfast and she's feeling feisty. Back to you, Chantal. Here's where you're screwing up with what you're doing. You do realize there are people in your audience that love animals, right? That there are people in your audience that are beezers. They have pets. Some of them may have cats. You waiting months and months and months to get Julia fixed, if you get her fixed, it's a bad look. You're doing things to poke at the reactors and poke at Girl World, but you're making yourself look really, really, really bad. Really bad. I mean, you can't do things like what you're doing without any kind of negative backlash. So anybody in Chantal's audience that you love animals, you have pets, maybe you have cats or dogs, and you know how painful it is for an animal to go into heat and not be fixed. How can you stand and support Chantal as a neglectful pet owner, as someone that she's got the money and she's got the time and the resources to get this done? There really is no excuse. This could have gotten taken care of a long time ago. And I did my research for how much it would cost to get an animal fixed in Kuwait. It's not that expensive. I think the cost is a couple $100. And she spends that on takeout. So she can spend that money on takeout, but not on an operation that would make her cat more comfortable and stop her from going into heat. I mean, there's no excuse, y'all. There's no excuse. There's nothing that she could say that would excuse away why it's been months and months and months, and that poor cat is still suffering. So again, if you're someone and you are sensitive to seeing a pet distressed in heat, that's going to make you too upset. I understand if you can't watch this react or watch parts of it, because I'm going to go off on this biatch. I'm going to go off. I really, really am. We're going to go in today, but I'm keeping my temper for now. I just want Chantal to understand that, we see you. We see what you're doing. We know why you're doing it. Not only you are a neglectful pet owner, you're doing it for attention. You're doing it to bring in the extra views. You're doing it to try to cause the extra outrage. But the thing is, we've known all along, you neglect your pets and you neglect yourself. If you're not going to take care of yourself, you're not going to take care of your pets. There's neglect all the way around. So we're going to go to Twitter first. and check out all the Twitter clips because she's made some community posts about this too. I'm going to keep my calm for as long as I can because, it's not even 6 in the morning. I don't feel like being ragey, screamy right now. Too early. I haven't had my coffee yet. So let's start. For those of you that are on Twitter X and you would like to follow me on Twitter X, here's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start here with a post from Cheese Pull Pondu. I love that. Great name. Cheese Pull Pondu says, bet Chantal's loving what $600 got her. This face, that texture, the shape, gorgeous. Yeah, like the GoPro is not as forgiving when it comes to Chantal. It shows a little bit more truth as far as what she really looks like, which leads me to believe we're probably not going to be seeing much of the GoPro. We're not going to be seeing a lot of footage from the GoPro. Like this is when she was doing the Halloween video. She used the GoPro for the Halloween video. We're probably never going to see it again. Okay, moving on to Jolie saying, I can't go live. I'm too busy stuffing my face, sealing and Googling myself. So here are the community posts. She says, no, I'm not going live because, quote, my cat is in heat. I have nothing to hide. As I've said a million times, she is not spayed yet and is going shortly after her last vaccine, which is November the 6th. So she's supposed to be going for her last vaccine in about 2 more days, y'all. People who have no content call this animal blank, animal blank or neglect, which it is not. And feel free to think that I really don't care. But it is neglect, Chantal. It is neglect. How can you say it's not? It is neglect. You've got the money. Salah had the Temu mobile. I mean, what were you lacking that you couldn't get her fixed? Salah's got nothing to do all day. He goes to get your food. He can't make an appointment and take the cat down there and get it done. I mean, it's not like he's packing perfumes all day in a box in a warehouse and he can't get off work. Just clarifying that her being in heat would not prevent me from going live. It's my health. People get sick. It happens. Y'all are free to accuse me of anything you want. Go wild. See you soon. Chantal, when are you not sick? When are you well? When are you healthy? Every time you go live, we hear the same things. What do we hear, y'all? What are the 3 most common words with Chantal? I'm sick. I'm tired. I don't feel good. She's always not well. She's always sick. Something's always wrong with Chantal. Oh, my sciatica. I got a headache. I'm tired. She's always yawning. She's not the picture of health. She's the picture of no health. But she's always sick. And as long as she keeps eating copious amounts of fast food, she's going to stay sick. So what is different from your usual sick than what's going on right now, Chantal? What's different? You're always sick. Always. Look, I don't know what's going on with you, Chantal. I'm going to level with you. I don't know what's going on with you. I suspect that Natter going to trial next month, it's stressing you out. Because let's be real. Let's level with each other. You're with Salah. You settled for Salah. But the person you want to be with is Natter. We all know this. We all understand this. You just won't admit it to us. Natter is the one. You are highly attached to Natter. You're more than likely still talking to him. Also, more than likely sending him money. He's probably getting more money out of you than Salah is. Natter's the one. And you tell on yourself with your food. Do you realize this? I mean, remember, I had an issue with food myself. I'm in recovery for it. But I had one just like you. Not to the level of you, but I still had it. One addict can't lie to another, even if the addict is recovered. If you're addicted to something and you're talking to somebody else who's dealt with that same addiction, you can't look them in the eye and lie. You tell on yourself. You eat a lot of food, but it always goes up by that much more when you are stressed out. And girl, you're stressing out about something. Something is making you turn that food habit and make it go into overdrive. So you're sick. You're going wild for some reason with the food, and you're making yourself ill. You're making yourself really, really ill. And you need to cut that out. Stop self-soothing with the food, because at this point, it's not soothing you. It's not helping you. It is not solving your problems. You're using food as an escape, and yet you're escaping to nowhere. You are still trapped in a cell of your own making. You put yourself in isolation. You put yourself in solitary confinement. Nobody put you there but you. And you're the only one that can get yourself out. But all this eating that you're doing, I see right through it, Chantal. You're self-soothing. Something is really stressing you out. And my money is on the fact that Natter might be going to jail for a very long time, really soon. And when that happens, whatever hope that you're holding on to of coming back to Canada and visiting him or being close to him, that door is going to be shut and locked. And then you'll be stuck with Salah. And Salah doesn't love you, doesn't want to be near you. And if he leaves you, you'll be on your own. Maybe you're thinking about that too. So moving on to the next post. Yeah, here's another one she did. Hi, Beezeronis. I'm so sorry I've not been going live the past couple of days. I am not feeling well and not able to bees for a long periods of time. And my live streams are usually quite long and involve a lot of interaction. I'm laughing because she's complaining about going live for 2 hours and all she does is sit down and eat. Like, how hard is that? It involves a lot of interaction. So talking takes a lot of energy out of you, Chantal. Girlfriend, I just did a tarot live and I was enjoying myself. I did one yesterday. It was a lot of fun. It was really chill. I really appreciated everybody who was part of it. Really enjoyed it. But for you, doing a live is so taxing. Oh my God. I have been doing videos until I feel better. Just a bit dizzy and fatigued and at times nauseous. That part right there, mentioning how she's feeling, this is her way of eliciting concern from the Beezers. Like, I'm so dizzy and I feel nauseous. I'm so nauseous and I feel queasy. Well, more than likely that's connected to all the bee moments you keep having. Maybe if you cut those out, you'd feel better, stupid. I will resume my lives as soon as I feel well enough. Thanks for your understanding, and we will be hard when I return. Don't worry. Yeah, okay. And then you did a live where basically your cat was in heat. Carrie S2222 says, so Foodie, I have not seen one other morbidly obese person in Kuwait besides you. I distinctly remember you saying Kuwait was full of fatties and how you would blend in. The way these folks stare at you, me thinks you are full of crap. Yeah, that happened. Before Chantal went to Kuwait, she talked on and on and on about Kuwait was full of obese people. If I had to look at Kuwait through the lens of Chantal and the people that we've seen pass by Chantal, I haven't seen anybody that's even close to her size. And there is a big difference between obese and super, super, super morbidly obese. There's a difference there. I'm not being unfair. I'm just giving my opinion. I have not seen anybody Chantal's size in Kuwait. I haven't. I would be fair and say if I did see somebody close to her size, but the fact that people stare at her just confirms that Someone of her size is not something that people in Kuwait see every day, and that's why they stare, because they're like, wow, this is something new. But she thought she could go to Kuwait, and because she was super morbidly obese, that she would just blend in. And then she got there and found out, I'm still going to stand out. So like, I guess maybe that's the point. You want to stand out, and you do stand out. So if that's what you were going for, good luck. Good luck with that, Foodie. Perfectly Imperfect says Julia is in heat again, but Foodie Beauty won't lie to us about it, even though she did yesterday on her community tab. Let's watch.
The cat in heat. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
When you're dealing with a liar and they confess to a lie, when they tell the truth, usually the only time that happens is when they're in a corner and they can't get out. When there is no room to lie about something, that's when they'll confess to the truth. Like, people are onto her patterns, that every time Julia's in heat, she goes down to the pool, she'll go down to the gym, and she'll hang out. It's her patterns are so incredibly obvious, and it's her fault because she goes live so much. If she didn't go live so much, we wouldn't know her patterns as well as we do. But she's a liar telling the truth because she has to tell the truth. Why? Because when cats go in heat, sometimes the heat can last for up to a week or more. Usually it's about a week. And a lot of cats get very noisy, very noisy. They're yowling. They are very affectionate. But, you know, Chantal does her live, so you're going to hear that in the background. If she goes live for 2 hours and Julia's in heat, you're going to know. So she had to confess to the truth that she wants to keep doing her lives. I mean, I'm sure she thought about it. Like, this month and next month are the highest paying months of the year. And every day that I don't go live, I'm losing money. And if Julie is in heat for a week, that is a lot of money lost. So I'm just going to go ahead and confess to the truth so that I can go live. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with.
She is.
You see what she did? She's like, oh, she's in heat, shrugged his shoulders. She don't care. She does not care.
But I haven't been out of the house, so I thought I would come down, but it's humid out, to get some fresh air.
No. It's not about her getting the fresh air. Chantal doesn't care about nature or the fresh air or getting out of the house. It's because Julia, I'm sure, is yowling and making noise, and she just doesn't want to deal in this moment with the backlash from people. Because she could have gone outside, gotten some fresh air, gone back up to the apartment and started her live. There's a reason why she's in the gym area.
But that's another thing. I don't get any sleep because she's kind of like loud sometimes.
I don't have any sympathy. If you're losing sleep because she's up all night, because cats are nocturnal, they are. They sleep during the day usually, and they're up all night doing the zoomies and whatnot. But if they're in heat, they're yowling. They're calling for a mate. I don't feel sympathy for you if you're losing sleep. This is your fault. If you had just gotten her fixed, you'd be able to sleep good. But because you just won't be responsible and take care of this, you're losing your sleep. So no tears for you. No sympathy for you. This is from like the Halloween video that Chantal did where she ate a bunch of donuts. Nana Spiked Tea says, I don't care if Foodie Beauty eats her weight in donuts. She's a liar and exploiting her food problem. Agreed. When I saw her deep throating this donut, which are far too sweet for me to enjoy, I couldn't help but point her fakeness. So let's watch the video.
I love Dracula. Okay, need a bite? Do you know how long it's been since I've had a donut?
And you know what? Somebody else pointed this out, and I would love to give them credit. I just forget their name, and I can't find the clip. But somebody was saying that every day for Foodie is Halloween. Every day for Foodie is Halloween because she's She's cosplaying something she isn't. That's number one. And because she's an adult, she can eat sweets anytime. She eats candy all the time. So every day is Halloween for her. When is it not Halloween for Chantal?
I got a Boston cream donut. Let's try this. The donut's a bit stale.
And I want to point something out about Foodie and her food. Something I've noticed over time. Chantal is somebody that once she gets fixated on a food, she gets fixated on a food. Okay, on a food item. Like if she's got a craving for donuts, she'll eat donuts every day for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Anybody that was around during Crackhead Olympics, did y'all remember her eating freaking paneer for over a month? And what about the Nashies, her beloved Nashies? She ate Nashies every day. She would order like 3, 4, 5 at a time, and she would have them every day. I mean, she doesn't just eat. She doesn't have a craving for something and eat it once and then doesn't come back to it for a while. She will eat that item every single day to death. So it looks like the kick right now is donuts. Like that's the thing for some reason, donuts. Maybe one of her feedies likes donuts and wants her to eat donuts.
This donut, look at it. So this one is a strawberry cheesecake donut.
So let's think about all the donuts that we know about that Chantal has eaten. She went to the coffee shop and had her donut. We just saw that. We have this cheesecake donut. What about those gigantic, out of control, oversized Simpson donuts? Like the Marge donuts. Then Halloween, more donuts. I mean, like she's on a donut kick for some reason.
This is the, I think it's the Mo. I don't know what kind this is.
Yeah, here we go. There's the oversized donuts. The size of a small cake.
It's orange and bumpy. And then we have the Nutella Crunch.
I love that, Nana Spike Tea. That was great editing. That was great. That the bumpy part, that was so great. Well done.
One, which is a Edna.
Yep, more donuts. I don't want to watch her eat, but this is a great clip, Nana Spike Tea. Thank you for posting that. Okay, so this is from Jolie. So weird. She keeps doing the cat in heat noises. Icky. I didn't watch this stream, so let's watch.
Wow.
You know what's funny? She's imitating a cat in heat and doing it badly, very badly. But you know what, Chantal? I've noticed lately that you're in heat as well. You're just projecting your heat in a different way. You sit there and you beg Salah to pinch your cheeks and pat your head. You're like, pet me, give me affection, because you're just pathetic. Begging affection from a man who doesn't want to touch you and pressuring him on live to touch you. I can't tell you how gross I think that is. To pressure someone on live to touch you when clearly they don't want to. Trying to force someone to touch you. That's just, ew. I don't like Salah, but that is still ew. He doesn't want to touch you, girl. Just leave it alone. Misanthropope Lulu says, a cat in heat in the wild, like God intended, Chantal's words, gets its needs met naturally. This right here is cruel and abusive. FOH Guntal, you massive piece of crap. Get off her suffering, you massive blank. Let's watch.
Where did he go? There's a fly.
I think because you wear a hijab, people assume you are a representative of Islam.
Y'all hear that? Again, I'm sorry. Did you have to hear that? But that is all through the live. You hear Julie in the background like she's going off. She's going all the way off. And Chantal cannot just not stream for a week. She's got to stream. This is how she's making her money. It's the highest paying months of the year. So she's got to stream. So that's why she's telling us, yeah, she's in heat. So she can continue to stream.
Come here. baby. Exactly. Like, that's a good point. We'll let her do her thing. There's no man over there.
You know, YouTube has a problem with profanity. Y'all just read my lips. Fuck you. You suck. Fuck you. Okay, I wish that YouTube wouldn't be so sensitive to naughty language, because man, I've got my brain is on fire right now. It is on fire. It is on fire. She's not even trying as an owner to make her cat comfortable and to calm her down. She's not even trying. She's just like, she thinks it's funny.
No. Yeah, exactly. Like, even though, like, I haven't been, nobody's perfect. Like,
I hate that. I hate her overuse of the words nobody's perfect. Has anybody anywhere in girl world insisted that Chantal be perfect? I've been around. I watched different live streams. I haven't heard one reactor or audience member say, Chantal, because you're a YouTuber, you have to be perfect. Nobody's insisting upon perfection. What we're all hoping for, Chantal, is that at some point for you to be a decent person. That is attainable. Most people are decent people naturally. For you, it's unnatural because you aren't a decent person. Decency is something I guess you weren't taught growing up. Somebody somewhere failed you. They failed to bring you up right. They failed to teach you right. They failed to give you discipline and structure and morals and values. They failed to put that substance in your soul. And that's why you're so empty and full of negative energy. Like, you were not set up for success. And I'm not entirely blaming the family. Some people are just born bad no matter what you do. Maybe you're in that category. Maybe you're just born bad. You were that way even before YouTube. You were just bad. You were wicked and evil and hurtful and selfish and narcissistic and a liar and a manipulator and a bully. And nobody corrected you. They just let it happen. And here we are, and you're 40 years old, and you're awful. But nobody anywhere is insisting on perfection. We just hope, at least with your pets, that you'll be decent. And decency is not something you do naturally. You won't even learn how to be decent. And it's so easy to be decent. Is decency something that's hard, y'all? Is it hard to be a decent person? To have a good heart and do things from the heart? I don't think so, because I feel like I'm a decent person. But Chantal's not. It's very unnatural to her. It's very strange. It's unfamiliar. She always uses the I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, as a fallback, as an excuse to keep doing bad things and making bad choices. Well, nobody's perfect, so I guess I can keep screwing up. Keep screwing up. Keep making the bad choices. Keep on the wrong path. If you want the suffering, if you want the pain, by design, it's yours because you designed it that way. But stop using the whole nobody's perfect crap, Chantal. It's so lame. It's so pathetic. You hear? I'm taking a breath. Christy K says, Foodie Beauty, this sick person is negligent about getting her cat fixed. She argues with everyone and even blames God for her going into heat. Now she wants to come online and complain about having a cat in heat is difficult for her. Eat crap, Chantal. No one likes you. True words are never spoken. Okay. What else we got here? Narcissism My Way posted this picture. Oh,
The cat in heat.
I love this. I love how this video starts out. So for those that are not aware, the cat on the left is BBJ, who FFG and her family now have, and the cat on the right is Sam. Somebody else has Sam. I love that. 2 thumbs up narcissism. Let's watch.
Yeah, she is.
Just let her get it out.
She's not just... I'm trying to keep my temper. I am. Y'all like me to be calm. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Chantal, she's not going to get it out. It's not like she's horfing up a hairball. She's not going to get it out. She's in heat. And she's going to stay that way for a while. She's going to be uncomfortable for a while. This is not just some minor inconvenience for them. When a cat goes into heat, it is painful. It is very painful. They are uncomfortable. A lot of times they don't eat. Like they don't eat as much. Like the heat exhausts them. But they can't just get it out.
I know. I feel bad for her too.
No, you don't. Because if she went into heat the last time, you put off the heat with a shot for 6 months, and then she went into heat and you hit it by going down to the pool. Seeing her go into heat the first time, if you felt bad for her, why didn't you do anything about it? Obviously, you didn't feel that bad because here we are again.
I love my cat. I would never want her to be like in pain.
You know what, Biatch? If you loved your cat, you would take care of your cat.
She's fine, Larry. She's fine. She sounds like she's saying help.
You know, there's all kinds of things you can do for a cat that might be in heat. You can sit there and pet them and soothe them, get them a nice heated blanket to lay on. Sometimes that helps with the irritation. You can distract them with toys. She's not even trying to do any of that.
Mm. Not much I can do.
And another thing, while we're here, before I forget, Chantal, we can hear Julia through your camera. That's loud. That is loud. You do realize that you are not in a house, you're in an apartment, and your neighbors will be hearing that. Your neighbors can hear the cat too through the walls because apartment walls are not that thick. So you're putting your poor neighbors through it as well. You might be affecting their rest, their comfort, because they're hearing a cat go all the way off for a solid week, every month or 2 months, whatever her heat cycle is.
And like, there's nothing I can do.
Take her to the vet, stupid. That's what you can do. Don't spend the money on takeout. Spend the money on where it needs to go. You don't need takeout.
I'm the hugest liar. I'm the hugest liar. I'm the hugest liar.
I love that. I love how you ended that. Perfect. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Okay, so Judge Judy says, how many people think Foodie does something to Salah when she gets mad? I'm not surprised at all. She's mean. You know, Chantal's confessed to being emotionally, verbally abusive. I believe that. And I've also said, and I've gone on record as saying there might be a propensity that she might do something physical as well. I can see her being somebody that she would throw things, break things when she gets mad. She does have a temper. And she uses her temper to intimidate people to do things for her. Julie says, Chantal, Salah is tall, dark, and handsome. Looks at him. Salah, thanks, babe. Clears throat. And you are beautiful also. Chantal, thanks, babe. Even though I don't feel it, Salah. Let's watch.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Handsome.
And once again, just like before, when you guys were down at the pool, you were basically, in essence, forcing him to touch you when he didn't want to touch you. You're trying to force him to give you compliments. You are a pathetic female. Chantal, why do you need so much validation? And why do you force it? If you're forcing the validation, is it real? No, it isn't real. It can't be real. If you're forcing somebody to say things, if you're forcing them to touch you, that means they don't want to touch you. And I don't know if you get some kind of sick pleasure in that, forcing Salah to touch you when he doesn't want to, forcing him to say compliments when he doesn't want to say them. Maybe you get off on the power and the control, but it's really, really icky and disgusting.
Thanks, babe. And you're beautiful also.
Oh, thanks, babe. I don't feel it, but
You don't look good either. You don't look good. You look sick. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Let's see. Perfectly Imperfect. Good catch, Perfectly. Saying a year ago, 10/21/23, Foodie Beauty told us she was getting Julia vaccinated so she could be spayed. A year later, it's still not done. This is neglect. Video clip credit, Marley Hendricks. So let's watch the clip.
I love going to the vet here because
Okay, so like this is the clip in question. Cheesy beef, macaroni, beefaroni. And here was the date. Y'all, look here. Look here. I'm blowing it up because we like our receipts here. Look at the date. October 21st, 2023. This clip might still be up on our channel anyway, but October 21st, 2023. So this was almost exactly a year ago. All right. Just so we're clear about the date. Let's watch.
they're really good at what they do. And there's like no wait. So sure enough, the vet's like, yeah, we need to make an appointment. Do you want to leave her overnight? And he's like, actually, first, is she vaccinated? And so, well, the family we adopted her from said that she was vaccinated. And he's like, well, a lot of people will just tell you that. But if you don't have a vaccination card for her, I can't operate on her until she's fully vaccinated because maybe there will be an infection or something like this. Which I didn't know that the vaccines they get would it have an impact on like infection prevention? I don't know. Anyway, her vet wouldn't do it until she's vaccinated. And
But that was a year ago. How long does it take to get a cat vaccinated and fixed? That was a year ago. A year ago. A year. You've had more than a year.
and to vaccinate her, she can't be in her heat cycle. What we have to do now is wait for her cycle to end, her heat cycle, which could take several days.
Several days. Take note of that. She's right. When a cat goes in a heat, some heats are short, some heats are longer. A cat could be up in heat for like a week. A week.
And then once that's over, we take her for her vaccine. She'll get her vaccination card and everything, her up-to-date vaccinations. And then we can schedule, the spay. I love going.
So there you go. She was talking about doing all this a year ago. It's not been done. But are we really surprised? Not really. I'm not surprised considering what she's neglectful of herself. She was neglectful of her previous pets in Canada. Are we surprised? No, she wants us to believe that she's a different person now. And yet we're not seeing any positive difference, are we? We're not seeing any positive change. We're not seeing a person who was once neglectful of her pets now being careful of her pets and being attentive and making sure they have all they need and that they're taken care of. We're seeing the same Chantal. And that's why we call out Chantal. And we point out constantly, this woman is the same. She's not a person who changes herself. She is someone that she maintains a baseline of ugly and disgusting and evil at all times. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, this is what I guess a video she did, like the grocery haul, the munchie run. Because let's be real, that's what it was. It was a munchie run. It wasn't even like actual groceries. Queen of WTF says maybe just stop bringing these kinds of food in the house. Then he won't have to hide it from you since you have zero self-control. Why does he even have to hide the food from Chantal? It's her money. It's her food. Would it do him any good to hide the food? She's just going to scream about it anyway. But let's watch the clip regardless.
It's a lot. I don't really like just these. I never eat these when.
Listen, Chantal, if you got a sweet craving and you know there's a food item that will satisfy that sweet craving around, it doesn't have to be your favorite to eat it. You'll just eat it. Stop lying to me, Chantal. Sugar is sugar, okay? You got a sugar craving, you got a carb craving. It doesn't matter if it's number one on your favorites list. You'll eat it, girl.
He has them. You get 3. Wow, these are huge. That was a
Yeah, and that's probably why you bought them, because they're big. The bigger, the better.
good deal. 3 in a pack. So yeah, those are for him.
No. You know, in all the live streams that I saw the two of them do, I never saw them like go crazy with the sweets. It was always her. Why does she still say that all this stuff is for him? Clearly it's for her.
And he keeps his snacks like with him at all times. So
That doesn't do any good. You know, I remember when she lived at the Canadian Villa with Pete's. Pete's knew about Chantal and her penchants for sweets. And even though they live together, and two people who are roommates can live together and respect each other's food and not touch each other's food. Like if certain items are for your roommate and you know they are, you shouldn't be touching them without permission. Chantal, there were more than one occasion that she snuck into Pete's room taking his snacks. And there was one occasion she did that. I remember very clearly, like she was doing a live stream and she was high and she had the munchies. And she went into Pete's room while he was asleep and took his big bag of M&Ms. And she took them into her room and was shoving handfuls of them into her face. Pete woke up, came into her room, and took the bag back. And she didn't apologize. She thought it was funny to take his snack foods. She was constantly doing that.
don't worry. I asked him to do that so I don't eat any of them.
Yeah, those are like your emergency snacks. If I go through everything in the house, you hide food for me so I have like an emergency stash. Okay, sure. Roll with that. Roll with it. Okay, let's finish this out with a palate cleanser from Post of Cats. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like cats. Look at this baby. Look, I love black cats. They're so adorable. They're playing the got you game. You know what? Let's do a couple more before we close this out. Ash Renee says, good job, Foodie Beauty, for making FFG a heck of a paycheck. Let's look at the screenshot. See, here's what Foodie made. Let's see, $83, $46, $9. Ooh, those super chats are not coming in compared to Frenchie, 437, 751, 1,285. You're making FFG a lot of money, Chantal. I love it the most. I love it the most for you. You get foul, you try to benefit, somebody else benefits. I love that the most for you. And if you're wondering, why are you showing this on your stream, Rose? This react? Are you doing it to tick me off? Yes, Chantal, actually I am. I am showing this to tick you off because I know you're a pocket watcher. You're a pocket watcher, lady. That's why I'm doing it, to be petty, and I'm winning, and you're not. Okay, so this has to do with the scale. Let's do one more about the scale. Yup. Why Foodie Beauty needs a bariatric scale. Okay, load cell damage. Overloading a scale can damage its internal load cell, which is responsible for measuring weight, leading to inconsistent readings. Bariatric scales are designed for heavier individuals. If you weigh over 300 pounds, Foodie, A bariatric scale is the best option as it is built to handle higher weights with greater accuracy. So if she's got a scale that won't even go up to 400 pounds and she's well over that, which I feel that she is, it's not going to give an accurate weight. It's probably internally broken. Let's see. What else we got here? So I guess this is from Snarky Priest. Foodie Beauty says people don't stare and laugh. People don't stare and laugh at people in Kuwait because, guys, it's just not like that there. Okay, you're a joke and only you don't get it. So I thought that Kuwait was full of obese people, Chantal. Why are they staring at you? Why are people staring at you? What's going on here? If you were to fit into Kuwait because allegedly there's obese people, why are they staring at you, ma'am? Like, what's going on? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll just end it here because I want to get on to reacting to the live stream. And again, like, word of warning, you're going to hear Julie in the background and Chantal is just being a jerk as usual. So let's get on with this. Let me just switch the chat to live chat replay and let's go from here. And I hope you guys enjoy this react.
Hi, baby. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Maddie, do I remember you?
No,
I think.
no, you don't.
Sorry, no, I just have a lot of people to remember. 31. Nice, Belle. Yeah, my plaque. I moved my plaque because I was sitting here.
Oh, and spoiler, the chat goes wild on her once they realize that Julie is in heat. Once they hear her.
Carolina, Tara. Caroline, princess. Bijou, the princess is here. Hey, Bella. I don't know, Spooky. Larry, lovely. Sandra. Charlotte. Hello. Just showered and had a gummy. Nice, Breeza. Sandra, Barbara. Okay. I have a pep.
And also, please take note. And Chantal, you get 2 middle fingers for this. You so get 2 middle fingers for this. Not only is your cat in distress and going into heat, but you're exploiting the fact that she's in heat and distress as a talking point, as something to get extra views over. You're exploiting the suffering of an animal to make money. And there's not enough descriptive words in the English language that I could use and I could look up for me to describe how horrible I think you are for doing this and for using it for YouTube content. So screw you. You suck.
0 Pepsi, 0 sugar.
Why do we care? We don't care what you drink. We don't care what you eat. You're going to eat whatever you want anyway. So just why do you have to point out what you eat and drink? Just shut up. Shut up.
Actually, I have half a bag of this left. I only have half a bag.
Don't care. And for God's sakes, lady, feed your cat. I keep getting flashbacks. When she was at the villa, she wasn't feeding her cats very well. She would always run out of freaking food. And the cats were always going up to her and on top of the counters and on top of the fridge looking for food. And it looks like Julia's doing the same. So you're being neglectful and not getting cat food. When is the last time we've seen her bring home cat food and cat supplies? I can't remember. She'll let us know about every munchie run she does. Food for herself, but no food for the animals. I don't care about food for you. We know you're getting fed. You wouldn't be over 500 pounds if you weren't eating something. What about food for those babies? What about food for the babies, Chantal? I don't make nearly the money that you do, bitch. And my baby gets fed. Let me show you something, Chantal. Let me show you something, bitch. Look. Do you see this? What's that? What's that? That's my baby. That's my queen booger. That's my baby. She just had her breakfast. She was well fed. And she played and she had her zoomies. That's my baby. She'll eat before I eat. Neither one of us have to starve. But if I had a choice between buying food for myself and buying food for my baby, she gets fed first. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get more pet food for her today. She got a whole big container of kibble, and I'm going to get a whole big container of moist food. She gets both. She's a well-fed, well-loved baby. And I don't have 100,000 subscribers. Don't need that many subscribers to have a well-fed, well-loved animal, bitch. Do you understand? The fact that you're making more money and you're taking less care of your pets it's more disgusting. If a small YouTuber can take care of their animal, or someone with less money can take care of their animal, why can't you? You so suck the way you treat your pets and you neglect them. You really don't need animals, bitch. I'm getting heated. But I'm not going to get heated to the point where I'm getting myself in trouble. So let's keep going.
You only get like a few chips.
You can't have any chips. No.
I have a Baby Bell cheese,
Don't care.
a knife sharpener.
Why is it even over there? Why do you have a knife sharpener next to your desk? For what reason do you need one? You know what, Chantal? You might as well just move the computer into the kitchen and put it next to the fridge. That way you've got access to the fridge like you did before when you were back in the Canadian villa. You would sit right in front of the fridge like a security guard. You're guarding the food. Why do you have all your kitchen stuff in your living room? You're weird.
I gotta cut the pickle. Oh, with this knife.
You don't need a knife to
It's
cut a
gotta be
pickle.
sharp.
Weirdo.
You want to say hi to the people? Oh.
Don't hold her that way. She looks uncomfortable.
It's okay. She's purring. Hi, Pia.
You know, knowing Chantal, she probably thought, I like Julia and he. That way she's more affectionate to me. Because cats do get more affectionate when they're in heat. Like they're rubbing against everything. But she probably likes it for that reason. Oh, she's in heat. That means she'll be more affectionate. At the same time, letting her be uncomfortable.
Here, come sit with Mom.
Sit where?
I'll play Happy Birthday for you in a few
Where's she going to sit? She can't even sit on your lap. Your legs are like too far apart.
minutes. Oh, yeah, keyboard beezing. Okay, I'm going to try the Tapatio pickle first.
We
With
don't
this guy
care.
on it. No, you can't have. But the juice, I don't want to waste the juice. I'm going to keep the juice in a container. Let's try the Tapatio. Or is it Tapatio?
You know what? I don't give a crap about her trying food. So let's just move ahead. I know she's going to make me mad. She's already made me mad. I don't give a crap about you trying pickles or Doritos. Who gives a shit?
None of them are good enough for you, Princess. No. No.
So she's like, cats are very vocal when they're in heat, but they're not in pain.
How do you know that? Are you a cat? Are you a cat? One moment, please. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So, how do you know that they're not in heat, that they're not in pain? The hormones are all over the place. That's what you're saying to yourself to where you don't feel quite so bad. You're saying that to soothe yourself, but that's not soothing your cat. They're not in pain. Oh, yes, they are.
So she's okay. She literally stands there and meows like they're looking for a mate. It's their mate call.
Yeah, with their butt in the air and their organs are all swollen. They're uncomfortable. You're just saying that to give yourself an excuse not to take her to the vet.
Okay, let's try this one. The other one is not that good. I'm glad it was on sale. Oh, this one smells nice. We're celebrating with pickles. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I can put them in here. What do you do? When it's 2:30, you. I had ribeye baked potato, blooming onion that we all shared. Yum, I love the blooming onion. Yeah, she wants a suitor. Where is your suitor? Hey. Oh, it's okay. Yes. Okay. She just needs a pickle. Yeah.
One moment. Sorry about that. Let's keep going.
That's true. Hi, Bailey. Oh. A blooming onion is like they take a huge Spanish onion and they
More food talk, and I don't care about that. It's not what I'm here for. Move on.
pursue her every once in a while. You know? Well, she's fine right now. She's very affectionate. Like she expects me to do something about her. You know?
Which you should.
I can't do anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, teardrop. How many hijabs? A few. Sanspar. I don't wear the color one that much. But I will, yeah. She's just in heat, yeah.
No, there's no man over there. Okay.
Okay. Hi, baby. I love my cat. I would never want her to be like in pain. You know? There's a lot of people, you wouldn't believe it. Like I've seen a lot of people who don't like spay their cats. I don't know why, but or their dogs. Maybe they want to mate them. I don't know.
We know why you're not getting your cats fixed. It's because you're a spiteful biatch. You got the money, you got the means, you did have the Timu mobile. I don't know what's going on with that. The rumor around the block is you guys don't have a car anymore because you couldn't afford the payments or something. But even if you can't afford the payments, you can still have Salah take a taxi and drop her off and then go pick her back up. I mean, you've got the money. What's the reason? I remember you saying long ago when you had BBJ and Sam, you said out loud, Chantal, that you weren't taking your cats to the vet because it ticks off your haters. That their lack of medical care ticks off your haters. You were doing it out of spite. It gives you some kind of sick, twisted pleasure to see people and animals around you suffer. You like to see animals and people suffer, especially animals. You're a weak person. And if you have pets, you like to see them suffer because you're suffering. But your suffering is something that it's self-inflicted. But you're a person that you dwell in a state of unhappiness. So you want to make sure everybody and everything around you also suffers because misery loves company. to be an unhappy person and have a happy, healthy cat. Can't have that. Can't allow that. If you suffer, they got to suffer with you, right? Is that the thinking? God, you suck.
She's cute as hell. Thank you. You'll be okay, baby. There's like a pressure point. See when I touch it? She does this growl.
Yeah, because it hurts, stupid.
But it's supposed to relieve them.
Take her to the vet and get her fixed. That'll really relieve her forever.
I don't know.
You know, I can't say for sure this is Chantal's actual thinking, but knowing how Foodie works, it's a solid theory. If Julia is a street cat and Chantal is supposed to be a tourist, and she knows at any point in time that she could possibly get deported or kicked out, because at some point it's going to happen, y'all. At some point, she's going to get a stamp on her passport that says, you can't come back here. Knowing Chantal, the thinking is, well, she's a street cat, and I took her from the street, and I put her in my home, and I fed her and gave her a nice home for a couple of years. If at some point I get deported or I got to go back and I can't come back, she can go back out on the street. I'm not going to spend a couple $100s on a cat if they're probably just going to end up going back to the street anyway. I'm not going to do that cat a solid by taking care of it while I have it. It started out as a street cat and it's going to go back to being a street cat. So what do you guys think about that theory? You know, she's not going to invest money in something, even an animal, if it means she can take that same money and get her takeout.
It's like she likes it.
No, she doesn't like it.
What are you growling about? You know how they do that when they're mating?
Whoa.
What? Bye, Sarah. No, curious. Just let her get it out. Poor baby. They realize. See, I have to constantly be doing this, like, unless she's sleeping. So, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, annoying for you guys, I know. Actually, yeah. Your cat's like, what's that noise? Really? She's calling out for the cats, yeah. She sounds like she's saying help. She's saying, I'm ready to love you. I know, I feel bad for her too.
Not enough to do something about it.
My dogs aren't fixed. No reason to fix them. They stay inside anyways. Do they go into heat, dogs?
Of course they do, stupid.
Hi, Bear. The Labyrinth Masquerade. Oh, have a good time. I'm so jealous. Like, that sounds so fun.
Zoe says, I can tell you're agitated from her. And she's something from being in heat. Yeah, she's irritated that Julia's in heat, but she's a cat. She's unfixed. She's going to go into heat. What can she do about it? Chantal's the owner. She should be fixing this.
No, I'm not agitated.
You are.
No. Yeah. Come here, baby girl. Hi, Budget. She wants a cat to Dewey at 2:30. Yeah.
Now, all of you beezers that are over there, Chantal saying that she's going to get the cat fixed. I just showed a clip where she said that a year ago. She's saying the whole thing of, we're going to get her fixed to basically shut you guys up so you won't bug her about Julia getting fixed. If she does get her fixed, I will be absolutely shocked. Shocked. It'll be a happy shock because it needs to happen, but it will be unlike her character. So she's supposed to go for her shot November the 6th, right? Okay. That's in 2 days. So she's going to go get her vaccine. That means the surgery should be scheduled soon after that. So you beezers keep an eye on that. She told you the date of the vaccine. That means the surgery should be soon to follow. So if she waits another month or 2 months after that, then you got to basically say to yourself that was a lie. Rule number 1, Chantal lies.
It's healthier for them. She is getting fixed, yeah. Yeah, I do wish like we did it sooner, but
So why didn't you? You're the money bags. You got the money. Why didn't you handle it?
yeah. I thought that the injection would help because it does like relieve them, right? Like until you get them fixed.
The shot is not a permanent fix, and you knew that going in. The shot just simply prolongs their next heat. You had 6 months with that shot. 6 months. 6, Chantal. How long does it take to save up a couple $100 for a surgery?
Jenny, I don't know how many times I said this.
And I have heard that you can actually do the surgery if they're in heat. I've heard that it's much more expensive, but you can still get it done. It's just easier to wait till after they're out of heat.
You may have just gotten in, but she has to have her final vaccine. Like she had to have a set of vaccines, up-to-date vaccine. Hi, Island Dragonfly. So she's, hey, Richard, what are you doing? Really, Budget? She has to have the vaccine, and then about a week or 2 later, she can get spayed after the vaccine. So that's what we're waiting for. But she is definitely 100% getting it done. I'm honestly like I'm a bit nervous.
You know what? I'm actually happy that Julia is keeping you up at night. I hope that you're losing a lot of sleep over this because you deserve it. You really, really deserve it, Chantal. You deserve to be irritated. You deserve to lose your sleep. You know, stupidity comes at a price. You are stupid. And the longer you wait, the longer this is going to go on, and the more times you're going to lose your sleep. So there's a lesson in this. That if you don't want to deal with a problem, deal with it before it becomes a problem, before the problem shows up. It's just so easy.
Nervous. Like I'm just scared something will happen during the surgery. I don't know.
You don't give a crap. If something happens to poor Julia during the surgery, you'll go out and get another street cat. You put no value on her. You use her as deflection. You put her on your videos. You don't care for that cat properly. You treated your cats in Canada as props for your show. And you valued them in the beginning. But then once your fixation for men took over, they got shoved in the background and they became something of non-importance. As a matter of fact, I'll go so far as to say you resented your cats after a while because you looked at them and you looked at Pete's as roadblocks for being with guys you wanted to be with. You looked at them as inconveniences and nuisances. And that's why you were so eager to give them up, because you're like, if I get rid of my roommate and if I get rid of my cats, then I can be with these guys and it won't be so much of a problem. You gave up BBJ and you gave up Sam. And you did it eagerly and willingly. You couldn't wait to get rid of them. You did not vet the people they were going to. And then when FFG and her family got BBJ, that really set you off. Boy, did it set you off. But not because you loved her. Because you had been so neglectful of her that all that abuse, that neglect got exposed. It wasn't about, I love my cat and I miss her. It was about you did so much evil to that poor baby. And it got exposed. Liars don't like being exposed, especially on the level that you were exposed. But once again, you deserved it because you were the one who was guilty of it. And I guess you didn't learn your lesson because you went to Kuwait and you found another cat and you're neglecting her. So no, you didn't change. You did not change. You didn't. You didn't learn your lesson and move on and be better. You stayed the same.
Why? But like
Longer.
female surgery is a lot more invasive and risky than just a male getting neutered. Like I wasn't worried with Sam. With BBJ, I didn't even.
That is true. A male a male cat getting fixed is less expensive than a female. So, female cats are a bit more expensive. That's true, because the surgery is more intense with just a male. And I'm sure that's something else that Chantal, like, oh my God, I got to spend money on the vaccines and the surgery. And all the while she's calculating in her head how much money is going into that versus her food.
Really like think that they just spayed her like before they gave her to me. So, hey, Laura, every heat cycle. This is her, I think, second one.
You know why it's only her second one? She'd be on her fourth or fifth one had Chantal not given her the depot shot, or the vet didn't give her the depot shot. The depot shot delayed the heat for 6 months. Julia would be on her fourth or fifth heat or more by now because if she didn't get the shot.
All were female and were never fixed. I know. Yeah, it's like just my. I don't know. I understand people have the opinion like, oh, they should be fixed. I get it, but
Yes.
And if Chantal does end up getting her fixed, it won't be because she cares about Julia. It'll be all about, this is irritating me and we just have to fix it. I'm losing my sleep. You know what? At this point, I don't even care what the reason is for doing it. Just get it done, Chantal. Booger. Oh,
so that's it.
come here.
Peppermint mocha. That sounds divine. Hi, baby. Yeah. What do you want? All cat talk. Is that all we're doing? Maybe she'd like a black olive. They're like catnip for her. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. I mean,
So she's basically confessing that I have nothing else to talk about. Booger. Got a 10-pound cat acting like a baby right here. Get the baby. Look at the baby. She's basically confessing to all of us, y'all, that she's got nothing else to talk about. She solely came online and did this live stream so she could exploit her cat being in heat and make it a talking point. And the feeling is, like she's really, maybe she was hoping with this live stream that all the reactors would jump online and snipe her. And she might get some extra views and some extra subs and memberships and hate super chats out of it. Because I remember back in the day, because I've been around a while, Chantal, I remember, Mama, I remember that's how you made a lot of your money. I remember you would purposely say and do things to kick the hornet's nest because you wanted people to get upset and send you super chats out of anger and out of hate. You were manipulating people through their negative emotion to give you money. Because let's be real. It doesn't matter if you give her money because you like her or you hate her. Money is money, honey. And it all spends the same at the end of the day. It all goes into the same account. So she would literally make hundreds of dollars a day in hate super chats. She would do something to tick off Girl World, and then people who were not VIPs would send the hate super chats, and she'd be like, thanks for the money. Although I'm very happy to report that a lot of people have caught on to what she's doing, and she doesn't get much in the way of hate super chats anymore. But she's probably stayed online with this live stream. I got cat hair on my face up. She was probably hoping that somebody would snipe her, that there would be a lot of extra outrage. Girl world would be outraged and have their arms up in the air. And what is she doing? You know, like she wants Twitter to be on fire right now. And there have been people posting things, but not to the level that she was probably hoping. So she made a stream specifically exploiting her cat is in heat and talking about it. We're 20 minutes and 26 seconds in, and she stayed on as long as she could, and she milked this as much as she could, making poor Julia content, making her a talking point.
It's part of having pets. Whoa. Juice! Everyone can see your seal whiskers. Hey, Sophie. Hi, Julia. Hi, Angela. Juice. She has her butt. I can't do anything for you. Why you turn your butt to me? Get over here. We do. Get off my pickles. My cat's in Heat Island. I want some fondue right now. I don't have much cheese. I have the Baby Bells, a little bit of mozzarella, but I don't know her exact age. We think she's almost 2, but please post it in the news. Yeah, we're going to definitely do a spay vlog. She wants you to pay attention to her. I know. I am. I'm petting.
I know, exactly. She wants you to pay attention to her. And where's your attention? On the freaking camera, on YouTube. You're so busy just like, I have to exploit this. I have to make her a talking point. I want to show people in heat. You're treating your cat like a spectacle at the circus. If you could, you would charge people admission. Hear ye, hear ye. Look at my cat. She's in heat. Buy your tickets now. She's not a spectacle. She's an animal. And there's so many things you could do even right now to soothe her and keep her calm, and you're not because you got your face in the camera.
Her. Hi, Erin.
And who is this person, Halika, saying, beautiful eyebrow shape? I've always thought that Foodie has angry bird brows. Like they're much too severe for her face. Like she just got them angry bird brows, dude. No, she doesn't have a beautiful eyebrow shape. She's got them angry bird brows.
Okay, bye, Costco. Good. See ya. Whatever. Thank you, Helika. She's so adorable. Yes. Oh, pretty girl.
And Tracy says, here we go with all the reaction channels having a fit over Julia not getting spayed. That's what y'all are hoping for over there, isn't it? You want us to be up all in arms. And that way Chantal gets an extra bonus and views and money. It ain't going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Because she is so deplorable and so evil and so thoughtless and so soulless. We are not shocked and we are not surprised with what she does anymore. If she wants to shock us and surprise us, she would have to be completely different than what she is. If she got Julia fixed, if she treated her pets properly, that would shock us. That would bowl over girl. We're like, what? She actually took care of the cat? She took her to the vet? You're kidding. What? I mean, for her to shock us, she's got to go the other way, not this way.
We'll put it on CNN. Yeah, I don't really care, Tracy. Whatever. If I cared, I would hide it that she's in heat, and like I just wouldn't go live. I really don't care because I don't have that opinion that it's heartless. You know, like I
So, Melodious Daisy in chat asked a very important question that Chantal should ask herself. She says, what makes you happy? Just curious, different for everyone. My answer is, honestly, nothing makes Chantal happy. I don't think even food makes her happy. I think it fills the empty space inside of her for a time, but it doesn't really make her happy. It just distracts her from how unhappy she is. She won't deal with the unhappiness. She runs from it. But nothing makes her happy. She had a life back in Canada. That didn't make her happy. She's got a life in Kuwait. That's not making her happy. She had BB before in her life. Good man, hardworking man. He didn't make her happy. She cheated on him. She had Pete, who accepted her the way she was. He didn't make her happy. She had Natter. He didn't make her happy. And Salah's not making her happy. She was unhappy having lots of money. She's unhappy not having money. So where exactly is the happiness here for Chantal? I don't think she even knows.
think that's so like over dramatizing it. Definitely. You know? What makes you happy? My family, my pets,
What family?
my husband, who is my family.
So basically you living in a fantasy world makes you happy. Problem is reality keeps poking holes in your little fantasy bubble, doesn't it? It just keeps poking those holes, poke, 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 poke. And reality seeps in like unwanted air in a balloon. And then you get irritated because reality is just pressing back against the fantasy.
Just life, you know? Grateful to be alive. Even if I have a lot of struggles. Hi, Ray. Oh. No, we didn't get Julia from the street.
Yes, you did.
People.
And I remember, listen, I don't know what stream it was, but I do remember Chantal going to a bakery or something, and there was a cat that looked exactly like Julia. So I don't know if it was Julia, but she got her from the streets.
We got her from, may have gotten her from the street. I don't know, but no, I haven't been hiding it, Yesenia. I haven't gone live because I've not been well.
Here's how I feel it went down. I think for a few days, Chantal was trying to hide it. She was trying to hide the fact that Julia was in heat. But because people are familiar with her patterns, because she repeats her patterns, and people were commenting, the last time she was in heat, you went down to the pool. Even her own bees are saying that. And knowing that Julia is going to be in heat for a while longer, she's like, screw it. Screw it. Let's not hide it. Let's just talk about it. And that way I can do my streams and I'm not losing money. Like her focus is on not losing money. She can't just not stream for a week. She's got to stream.
And people were commenting on how unwell I look, right? So.
Well, you always look unwell. So what's the difference?
No, I just delete the community posts because I don't like getting involved in drama, and
she doesn't want to get in trouble. That's why she deletes the community post. She doesn't want to get in trouble. She runs her mouth and she knows how to work the YouTube system. If she does a video or a live or a post that will get her in trouble that she knows people will report, she'll get rid of it. She knows that Girl World has it. We're nosy. Girl World, are we not nosy? We are nosy. We are very nosy. We are very nosy and we get those receipts. As soon as they get put out, we get those receipts. That's why I love Girl World. We always get in the proof. She puts out a community post within 5 seconds. It's on Twitter. It's posted. And she knows this, but she don't care because if it's not on her channel, then she's not going to get in trouble. She's thinking about her nest egg.
And so I don't think it's a good look. So I delete them after a while because I make them on impulse.
So you'll get rid of a community post, which makes you look bad, but you'll keep a cat in heat, which makes you look worse. Make it make sense.
Why did I go live? I wanted to go out of the apartment and go live.
No, you didn't.
But I didn't want to like actually go anywhere. So yeah, I know, Ray, right? much. You know, baby. Yeah. I don't have any popcorn. No. Cheese Pro Max. Yeah, I wish I had popcorn, actually. That would be good. But I don't. What do you do? Soon, Zoe. But like I said, I haven't been well, so that's why I haven't been going out.
Chantal, you're never well. And as long as you eat copious amounts of sugar, salt, sodium, fat, fast food, you're not going to be well. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point, y'all. Maybe she purposely makes herself sick with the fast food so she can use that as an excuse to say, I'm not well, I'm sick, I don't want to go out. She doesn't want to go out. She doesn't want to deal with people. She doesn't want people looking at her. She went to the Halloween costume party place and people were staring at her all over the place. And I know that foodies saw them see her. I mean, when you're doing a video, like you got a camera, you can see what's going on behind you in the background. And even if you can't, when you're starting to edit it down, you notice those things. Everybody was gawking at her. And it makes her feel uncomfortable, so she doesn't go out. So how do you prevent going out? You say that you're sick. You say that you're tired. You eat a bunch of fast food, so you're always bloated. You can make an excuse. I don't want to go out. She makes herself ill, I feel, so she doesn't have to go out and deal with the real world.
No, not ketoacidosis. Such a tasty, like, yeah, but if you add butter, it doesn't become light anymore. You know? So, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a lot better now, actually. When she's fixed, they will find something new to say is wrong. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, stupid. So I just let people talk and have whatever. Who cares what they think?
You're talking about a whole different situation that has nothing to do with you. Why are you bringing other people into this? The focus is on what's going on with you and your cat. You just can't help yourself, can you, Chantal? You have a talking point, and you'll bring in things that are not related to what? Make yourself seem better? Are you doing the whataboutisms today? What about this person? What about that person? What about what's going on with them? What about what's going on with them? What does that have to do with you? Not a damn thing. Has nothing to do with you, yet you are involving yourself. And don't think I don't notice that there's lots of reaction channels, lots of clip channels, and you target specific ones. Why is that? Why, out of all the people on Girl World who talk about you, you only go after certain channels? You got your targets. I feel that there are different factors involved. I think one of the biggest factors is you like to go after people that go live a lot. For some reason, that ticks you off, them going live. You also like to go after channels that the channel might be getting a lot of attention and growing. That seems to be a point of irritation for you, although I don't see how, because you have your channel and your income. Mind your business. If you don't like what they say off their doggone channels. And you also like to talk about channels that are on the bigger side, because you feel that if you target the bigger channels, they've got a bigger audience, they got more people on their channel. That might mean more attention for your channel versus, say, going after a small channel. I think there are different variables here. But talking about another channel has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Look what's going on over there. Whatever's going on over there, it doesn't lessen what's going on with you. Okay? It doesn't.
Hey, Melanie. Riley, it is 4:17 a.m. Yeah, I had the pickle. My favorite is the dill, but honestly, my super favorite.
And I know this is a non-issue, but it's just irritating me right now, and I got to say it. Stop using my intro music, Foodie. Okay, quit it. There's lots of copyright free music on the different apps you use for editing, and copyright free music on YouTube. Find some. Stop it. Stop using my music. This has happened like 2 or 3 times. Quit it. Just quit it. Find your own doggone music, bitch.
Are the gherkins. I'm liking Kuwait better right now, Melodious. Yeah, I don't know, Zoe. He can if he wants. We do the couples channel. We will be, yeah, we have to.
And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the music that she used from me, it didn't come from reactions to her. Because when I do the tarot reacts, you guys know this, I use a different intro with different music. Like the music that I use for the reacts to her is not the same as the one that's on the tarot intro. So thank you for confirming what we already knew, Chantal. You watch my tarot reacts, don't you? You had to hear that music. You watch everything about you. Oh, I love the fact that you tell on yourself.
I haven't, Teardrop. Have you? Hey, Ristana. I just don't get the outrage. Like,
You want more outrage. You're trying really hard. Sort of. You're trying so hard for outrage. That's what you want. You want girl would be buzzing for days and weeks for the next 2 months over this. That's why you did this live stream. You didn't have to come on live and all of us to hear Julia and Heath, but you did it on purpose because you're looking for maximum outrage. You want FFG to lose her shit over this. You want Yaba to lose her mind. You want everybody to lose their mind and have maximum anger. Here's the thing. You're not getting what you want. Yes, people are talking. We're disgusted by you, by what you're doing. I'm disgusted by the fact that you're exploiting a cat who's in distress and using it as content. That's deplorable. But the reason why I'm not severely outraged, I am angry over it, your neglect is horrible, is because you got a history of being neglectful with your pets. I'm not shocked or surprised. It's not a complete shock to the system. We've been here before.
people have never heard a cat in heat. Like, it's totally normal. But whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much of this I'm going to react to because this is really irritating the crap out of me. I'm going to go as long as I can.
My cat loved playing with the plastic milk ring. Repeated movies. This is not a third world country, Larry. And yeah, a lot of people don't have their pets spayed. A lot of people.
You know what, Chantal, for what you're doing to Julia right now, I wish, I hope, and I pray that at some point you get the biggest case of explosive diarrhea and you reach over for the toilet paper and the roll has none. I wish that for you.
People can't afford to have their pets spayed, like, and it's better than the cat like being on the street and dying in 2 years, you know. Shut up, Chrissy. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, and she's getting fixed.
Yeah, okay, make it happen, then we'll believe you.
Okay, so that's it.
Like, don't tell us, show us. No more words, action. Put some action behind the words. Really, you want to shock girl world? Do what you say. Don't tell us, just make it happen. That would shock girl world. It would benefit Julia, but it would shock. You want to shock us? Do it that way. We would be shocked.
I don't care. Be outraged all you want. Whatever. She's fine. Right, baby girl?
Leave her alone.
Yes, you are. Does she look like she's suffering? Like she's fine. She wants a male suitor. That's normal. That's her instinct. But she's okay. Yeah. It's like her second time going in heat, and she's getting fixed as soon as she's out of heat and has her vaccine. That's it. She's fine. But if you want to hate me for that, then go ahead. I don't really want you around anyway if you're going to be, that weird and sensitive about stupid things.
Like I said earlier, she's doing this to outrage girl world and get the reactors to react to her, thinking that's a surefire way to make it happen. But at the same time, it makes her look bad. It does make her look bad. So all of this wanting of attention and having a talking point, it comes at a cost. It does come at a cost. If it wouldn't surprise me if some of her beezers looking at this leave her channel. It comes at a cost.
Thank you, Belle. A male suitor, that's what she wants. She wants someone to knock her up.
No! Although your kittens, I'm sure, would be cute, but you can't have a little man from outside because it could have disease. And we're getting her
And here's Salah in the chat saying, all right, after we informed everyone about the last vaccine and operation appointments, if anyone will ever talk about it anymore, I will give him a quick turbo block. Getting a little mad with power, Salah. Keep in mind whose channel it is. You, sir, are just a pathetic, useless person. You're a mod. You got a wrench. But you're a mod. This is not your channel. This is not your content. You're just a mod. But you can't get bossy like that. You don't have the authority.
vaccines. No.
Yes, baby. A turbo block. Yeah. Hi, baby. They have nothing else to complain about, that's why. There has to be something to complain about.
No, you just want to be you. It's not that. Chantal, you're giving us nothing. You're giving us nothing to talk about. Why do you think I don't react to you so much? Why do you think a lot of people don't react to you so much? There's nothing to talk about, lady. I've slowed all the way down with my reactions to you. I remember back in the day when everything that you did and Amberlyn Reed did, every single video, every single live stream, people were reacting to everything. Have you noticed that people have backed off from reacting to you? Why do you think that is? Because you're doing nothing but garbage, non-tent. You go for a munchie run and you want to turn that into an entire video as if that's something to talk about. Hey, newsflash, there's nothing to talk about. You had the munchies, you went to go get the munchies and bring them home, but that's not a reason to make a video. But you're so desperate for content, you'll turn anything into content. You know how your content is anymore? Let me just give you a demonstration. Oh, I went out and I got this little sample bottle of spray and I got this lighter. Like I got these pair of scissors. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Trying to turn little simple stupid things into content. Where are the talking points? There are no true talking points. There are none. That's why people have turned away from you. That's why people don't react to you. As a matter of fact, there are people that are reactors that they've gone on to different content. You remember Mrs. Fields? Mrs. Fields was somebody you had a problem with a while ago. She reacted to you. You gave her an issue. And then she started doing much different content away from you. And she's become a huge success with what she's doing. And that's happened to a few people. They cut their teeth in girl world, but then they moved on to better things, more positive things, and gotten successful. You're boring, Chantal, and you're not trying to be interesting. And the ways that you're trying are pathetic. You're trying to use outrage as a selling point, as a talking point, and it's not working anymore because we aren't outraged. We aren't outraged. We're not surprised. We're not shocked. There's nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. There's nothing much to discuss with you. You're not going anywhere new. You're not doing anything new. It's just the same old, same old, same old, same old every single freaking day. It's old. It's played out. Don't you feel that people are losing interest in you? Is that not a concern, considering that YouTube is your entire income? Your income depends on keeping people interested. But if they're not interested, they won't watch. And as much as you hate the reaction channels, Chantal, we work harder on your content than you do. We have to work hard to keep you interesting because you are not keeping yourself interesting at all. Your content is garbage. Garbage. I'll still react to you, but I pick and choose what I react to. There has to be talking points. Has to be. Or I'm not even going to bother. I got a whole tarot channel set up, Chantal. I'm getting a whole bunch of tarot decks. I got a whole bunch coming. I just ordered them. Over 20 new decks. Like, I love doing the tarot. I love it. It's what I love to do. I got other kinds of interest, and I'm getting pulled in that direction. I'll keep an eye on you, but even I'm losing interest. A lot of people are too. So you hate the reactors, but you really owe all of us, every single one of us, a thank you. Because without us making you interesting, your channel would have flatlined a long time ago. During the whole Canadian arc, when you were on the edibles, girl, it was practically on life support. So instead of reaching out to the reaction channels and giving them issues and having people behind the scenes do your dirty work because you want to protect your channel, you want other people to throw the privacy strikes at them, you might want to reconsider that. That if they disappear, more than likely, so will you. So will you.
And I know, right, Debbie? No, I had one donut, so I wasn't sick. Salah had the 2 other donuts, like I said. Aw. Yes, baby. Always something that her tail's up. She's very happy. She's just horny. And actually, it's been like, I don't know, it hasn't been that long. I don't know exactly when she went into heat, but I know because she'll go, wow, wow. Why do you do that? There's no men here for you. Yeah, they always find something. It's not about not being able to afford it, but
You just do it. You're not getting her fixed because you're lazy and you're cheap. And you're so concerned about feeding your food addiction. Let's be real. You're more concerned about feeding and satisfying your addictions than doing the common decent thing and just get your cat fixed. And if you can't and you won't, give the cat to somebody else who will take care of them. That would show a little bit of decency and kindness. When you realize, I can't do what's needed, give the cat to somebody else who will do it.
That's why, people were like,
I mean, you're an irresponsible person. So since you want to be an irresponsible person with yourself, be irresponsible with yourself, but don't put anything around you that depends on you.
I know fart, yeah. Like I read that it prevents cancers or whatever. But she's getting fixed very soon. This month.
Sure.
Yes. Aww. She's so sweet. Yes, you are. Poor people have pets. Yeah. I don't know. I guess just, I don't know. The mentality is a bit different here. I don't know. Hi. But people do get their pets fixed here, obviously, but because I'm getting it done. I'm a bit worried. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they have animal shelters. I'm poor and feed strays. Your rescue offers. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, there are some rescues that offer free. Being horny is normal, no matter if you're an animal or not. Hi. Aw. Ew. Why did you foo-foo? Oh. She's relaxing and foo-fooing?
Foo-foo. I don't want to embarrass you, but you foo-foo.
Hey, Buttercup.
Julia's revenge. She's like, this is what you get for not getting me fixed. I'm going to fart on you. Good girl, Julia.
Stinky baby, yeah. Oh.
I can hear Julia's thoughts. You think my farts stink? Lady, you're the one that eats all that broccoli.
Oh. Will she let you sleep? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like she does sleep, so whenever she sleeps, kind of. Teardrop. Shrimp breath. No, she foo-fooed, babe. She farted.
And why do you have to talk about that on camera?
Don't fart in my face.
I mean, Julia could have farted and she could have not said anything. Chantal's got a weird fascination with bodily functions and farts.
Those gas bubbles, let it loose juice. Let it loose juice. Took me 3 years to decide to spay my cat. Reason being I was scared something would happen. Yeah, I love Crazy Frog, but I want to get off soon. Like, I don't want to stay on.
So Salah's over there like, can I play Crazy Frog for everybody? I want to play Crazy Frog. We've heard Crazy Frog enough, Salah. And it's so sad that you have a keyboard, sir, and it's been 2 years and you haven't learned any other songs but Crazy Frog. He's like, I want to play Crazy Frog. Nobody wants to hear it. We can do without it. Thanks.
I'm tired. She's grumpy, yeah.
I hope Julia keeps you up all night. I hope it drives you mad.
Okay.
Julia's a happy girl. You can tell she has no fear of plays. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I prefer her not to be in heat, but, the towel, yeah. I know it is very distressing because, like, you feel bad for them, you do, and we don't know fully how they feel. I was hoping that the injection, like, I didn't want her to go into heat. I was hoping that the injection would help work, but it didn't.
It did work. It suppressed the heat for 6 months. It wasn't supposed to be like a permanent fix, and you knew that. You knew that. The vet told you, like, this will keep her from going into heat for a certain time, but then after that, it's gonna wear off. You can't just keep giving her those suppression shots. You gotta take care of the issue. What were you hoping, Chantal, that she wouldn't go into heat for a year? You had 6 months.
So maybe she feels like we feel like when we're on periods,
Come see Mom.
That's what she does. Thank you, George. No.
I hope you lose so many beezers over this. I really do. Those that really love animals and see how wrong this is, I hope they all leave.
What? What, baby?
Hopefully her cycle will pass soon, and then vaccination, and then spay time. Not really. Not really. Pumpkin gnocchi. Oh no. There was a video, I need to find it, of No Madness, like who likes to judge me. Her dog's nails were this long and clicking on her kitchen floor.
Here we go again. Doing the whataboutisms. What about this person? What about that person? Talking about somebody else. Trying to lessen what she's done. It doesn't lessen what you're doing right now, Chantal, so you can just stop.
Like, you can't tell me that anybody is a effing angel, you know?
That's another thing she says a lot. I'm not an angel. I'm not perfect. That's her way of just trying to get out of being in trouble. Escaping responsibility. I'm not perfect. Nobody's asking you to be perfect. Just be decent. Decent. You probably don't even know what that word means. You certainly don't live that way. Be decent. Do the right thing. Do what's right. Just be decent. You don't need perfection to be decent. Just be decent.
No, it's like, but people come for me. So you know what? Keep coming for me, whatever, with your outrage. It's stupid and ridiculous, and I don't agree with it, but whatever you want to do, I mean, whatever, who cares? I can't control what people say or think about me, you know? So I'm just going to keep doing me. Like, we're doing the best right now we can, you know?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to look something up. Pardon me for just a moment. See. See. Is heat painful for a cat? Heat itself is not typically painful for a cat. It is a natural biological process required for female cats to reproduce. The discomfort experienced during heat is mainly due to the frustrating urge to mate rather than physical pain. Cats do not feel pain when in heat, but they may feel some slight discomfort and agitation. So it is sort of painful. It is sort of painful. So it's not 100% pain-free.
So this is like, I think her second heat, because she was on that shot for like a year. It kept her out of heat. So
boom. Thank you for telling on yourself. I love these moments when you tell on yourself. One shot kept her out of heat for a year. A year. A year. And I don't know, as far as vets, if they can do multiple shots. I'm sure if the option were on the table, she would have taken it. Maybe the vet said no. Maybe the vet said, we'll just do one shot, but that's it. After that, you got to bring her back to get the vaccines and also to get her fixed. And that's why she's not done the shot again. But she had an entire freaking year to take care of this.
well, that's good. From PADSA site says, female cats being in heat isn't painful for them. Yeah. It's not that, no, it's not nothing for a female cat to be spayed. Like, it's a more invasive surgery. I don't know. I'm a bit worried.
She's not worried. She's not worried at all. If she's worried about anything, she's probably worried about the beezers that are in my audience that love animals. Will they leave, and will that affect my money?
They were calling all the boys to the yard. We don't know, like, how they feel exactly. We can't feel inside of a cat. But, you know, they're doing their instinctive thing. They want to mate. That's what they have to do. They have to call for a mate. Every animal has a mate call. So he's not usually in my live Melodious. Like, sometimes, yeah. So, but we might start doing couples channel lives too. She will be fine. It heals fast. Nothing to worry about. I've had 3 female cats all spayed. It's nothing to worry about. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's getting done for sure. We're like I said,
Okay, so this person, Heather, says, I have 2 females and they go into heat well every 3 months. So that would mean that because of the one shot that Julia had, if the shot lasted for a year and if cats go into heat every 3 months, let's do the math on that. That means that shot prevented about 3 to 4 heat cycles. So Chantal's trying to minimize it, saying this is her 2nd heat cycle, when without the shot, it would be like her 6th heat cycle.
the only reason we're waiting is because A, she's in heat, and B, her vaccine is not due till the November 6th. So I thought that getting her shot would be okay, you know? She would be okay.
It was okay for a year. You had time. You had time to take her to the vet.
Okay, but it didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work? It wasn't supposed to basically replace getting the operation. It suppresses the urge to go into heat, but it doesn't stop it completely.
People act like cats going into heat means cancer. It is a normal, healthy process. It doesn't affect their lifeline. They say there's increased risk of cancer. It's not like we're not ever getting her spayed. It's like maybe over the long term as they get older, if, you know, she's still a very young cat. Like, people can just F off, seriously. It's so stupid. I really don't care, honestly. I don't. Yeah. It's not them screaming in pain. It's them wanting a boyfriend, I know. Now you got me thinking, what's my mating call? Yeah. What kind of procedure? I'm definitely gonna, like, I don't know. There's like a laser procedure. I don't know what kind of procedure we're gonna get, but she's getting fixed and that's it. Yeah. She's just calm right now.
Would you guys be okay if I just exit out of this live stream? Because I'm so ticked off. I'm so ticked off. I mean, this whole live stream is about Julia being in a heat and showing her in heat, and you hear her in heat. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's all that's here, is her using her cat and exploiting a cat that is in distress for content. She's making money off of her cat being in heat. Like, she monetized this live stream, making money off a distressed cat. That's where we're at, y'all. That's where she is. She's so desperate for content, she'll use a distressed animal to make money, and treating Julia like a spectacle at the circus, and I'm not down for that. So I just want to show a piece of it. We don't have to go any further. Okay, that's it. That's all. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. I know it was a hard one. For those of you in my audience that you love animals, maybe you have cats, maybe you have dogs. Like this, that's how low Chantal is sunk, using an animal for ill-gotten gains. All right, so I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and post this react. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.